Hello, we'll start again. Technical difficulties, ever so slightly. Hope you can hear me, hope you can see me. I've been messing around with things, so obviously something's going to break, but you should be able to see me now and hear me. I had accidentally turned onto the camera. Ah, that explains much. So I might seem bigger, or I don't know. I should seem higher quality. As if that'll ever happen. I was messing around with the camera settings before we started because of... I'm blaming Andrew from Aquarium Daily because Graham made an appearance last week. And ever since then I've never been able to get my settings back again, and it seems to be... Graham might be dead, but in her place you get this at a higher resolution, if a little dark. Shall we do some live messing around with camera settings? This is like taking live spreadsheet and live resizing to a whole new level. I don't know if we can... Can we do that? This might be dangerous. It's okay, it doesn't work anyway. Oh, maybe a filter, that might do it. No, not that much. Is that a bit better, would we say? Let's go with that. That might be too clear. Nobody wants to see this in this much detail. Anyway, welcome everyone. Let's see, who have we got? We have Master Aquatics, just call me Eduardo. Okay, Eduardo. Bite me, June. A brilliant way to start off any live stream. Hans is in from Sweden. Hi, Hans. Zen Mandy's here. Howdy, homies. I'm surprised there's so many people here because that bugger Aquarium Co-op started streaming earlier. But so only the best people come here, so that's what we can ask for. We've got Pure and Shrimple is in. Only Oscars is here, biting Eduardo. Who else have we got? I'm going to skip over all the infighting that's going in there. Juggler's in. Jonathan, Mike. Yep, sorry. Hopefully, did I check that you can actually hear me? Yeah, hope so. Brian's here. Carter Bing is here. See, this is why I do it on purpose, to make sure that new people who don't normally put messages in chat go, turn your mic on, you big fat idiot. Although you all put it much nicer than that. Mickey's in. Straight away Mickey's in. Lisa's here. Who else have we got? Lily from sunny Bolton. Hello from not so sunny Sheffield. Well, it's not been bad in Sheffield, I must admit. I thought about getting in the pool earlier. We've got one of those big little specials for when it was really hot a couple of weeks ago, and it got almost hot enough earlier today to get in it. And talking of little specials, we'll start off with 71. It's almost like I'm going to do some bingo. Luminous Nights from 71, a little special. 7.4, I keep forgetting it's actually quite strong. But it is what we need on a Friday night after a long, hard week, and it has been a tough week for me. So I don't have to rationalise my decisions to you, but I feel I deserve a beer this Friday. Dr. Awesome's here. Nice to see you, Dr. Awesome. Carter's from North Carolina, US. Oh, we should probably put that on the maps, shouldn't we? Bear with me. We'll do live mapping. So how do we do it again? I keep forgetting how to... Add a place. Where did you say you were from? North Carolina. Oh, I should show this, shouldn't I? We'll do live screen resizing and mapping at the same time. This is like... no one's ever seen this before. Little face. So this is a map, for those of you who are new here, for all my subscribers and live stream viewers. So I can see where you're all from. So as you can see, we've yet to get anyone from Alaska. I've only got one Canadian who just went with a very generic, I'm from Canada, so they're just in the middle of Canada. We have a few from the US, We have a whole bunch from the UK and Ireland, and a few Europeans. In fact, Hans. There's Hans. So, if you're in Iceland right now, or Latvia, or Belarus, or any other country, and you want to say hello, you have to. Don't just say you're from somewhere else. But I think that's pretty cool that we've got all over the world people are come to watch and listen to me talk nonsense for a couple of hours on a Friday evening. Thank you very much. More pixels. Does it seem like it's more pixels? Does it seem a bit sharper? I think it looks a bit better. I don't know whether that's a good thing, but it looks a bit clearer. Welcome to forgetting to speak. Welcome to membership only Oscars. Oh, thank you, June. Have you re-upped? That's excellent. R.I.P. Grahamina. I'm sure we'll get her back somehow. I just can't quite figure out what's going on. God, power of speech. Come back. Grahamina, I use a program called Snap Camera, which actually got deprecated like 2 or 3 years ago. And it adds all the filters and stuff like that, but there's an offline version where you can kind of recode it yourself, and you have to compile it, and it will work for a certain amount of time. So I think that time has now been reached, so I'll have to redo it again if I want it to work. But we'll see. It is indeed, Mickey. It's good to get to Friday. Do we need a bigger Graham? I don't think so. Oh, it was better before on your screen. It's a bit mushed out now. I thought that I looked a bit flushed on the old one. This is more like my natural skin tone. What is going on over here? Something sounds like it's going to take off. Meow. Or meow. It was better before. Oh, God. Fine. Fine. Filters. Was that about it? As good as it gets. Price tag aquariums. Hi, first time here. Hi. No, hey, first time here. Hi. Sorry, I've jumbled that up normally. Welcome, Price Tag Aquariums. If you are new, this is as good a time as any to do some shilling. If you are new, there's no fee. You don't need to pay. This is a whole 2 hours worth of vaguely aquatic themed entertainment for you. The only thing I ask is say hello, give us a like. So there are, how many people have we got in at the moment? 33 people in, and we've only got 17 likes. That's a bit shabby, so a like. If you want to join down there, there are membership options where you can throw money at me. If you feel you have too much money, I will accept it. It is not required though. Just say hello, that's all you need to say. There are other options. I have a clips channel which I have started uploading things to. You can go and check out all that nonsense is in the description. But here, we're just here to have a beer. The main thing we've got going on tonight is it's the first weekend of July. So we're restarting the quizzes. There are 2 quizzes tonight. There's one which runs for the entirety of July, and your points will be tallied for that one. In fact, I think I have a graphic to show you about it. I think I've broken the machine that puts up the graphic. But the Friday night quiz, there's 20 questions with associated points. The more points you get, the better chance you've got of winning, and whoever's got most points at the end of the month wins a prize. That person is usually Juggler, so you've got him to try and beat tonight. There's another quiz. It's called the Eliminator. There's only 10 questions on that one, and it's kind of in the name. You get eliminated if you get one wrong. If you make it all the way through to 10 questions correct, you win a prize immediately. And the only person who's ever done it is Jack JT Keeping Fish, who I sent his prize off to him today, in fact. So he should be getting that soon. So you've got that. Big face. Tom's in. Hello, Tom. How are you? Nice to see you. Who else have we got? June is drinking a special brew of Diet Dr. Pepper. The smoke for today is number 5. Very nice. Mickey's going to join me in a beer, thank you. There is the man himself, JT, the quiz winner. Hang on, somebody's messaging me somewhere else. Oh, there's too many words there to read. I'll try and read that one. We're doing something else. Southwest Florida here, Lee County. Is that? Let's stick that in. Add a place. Lee County, FL. You're in. We now have Florida representation. I'm assuming that's around about there. Lee County, Florida. It must be hot there at the moment, or are you having tornadoes and stuff at the moment? Who knows? Portland, Oregon. Let's stick that in as well. We're in. I've just seen that. Look at all the dots over the UK. I've sewn up the UK market. Yeah, if you zoom out far enough, I've sewn up the UK market. Let's see. There you go. Wow, look at that. Woof. It gets a little bit less impressive as you zoom in. I saw Juggler actually sent me something today. Was it Blake's Aquatics, one of the Australian channels, where someone had commented in there, you need to stop this. Aquarium Co-op's got the US, Aquarium Adventures has got the UK sewn up with MD Aquatics. Yeah, like we're very similar sizes. Someone's on drugs. JT Keeping Fist is from China. You're a liar. That's you there, is it not? The Zen Ginger says, we're just here to be enraged by your quiz questions. So, you shouldn't be enraged. I've tried to make it fair. I've tried to include some fishy questions this time as well. So we'll see how we get going. Jonathan Sims from Loch Lomond. Oh, in fact, you might be our first Scottish viewer. So I'm going to add you in. There you go, there's Loch Lomond. That reminds me of my whiskey tasting where they were trying to convince me that Loch Lomond was in the Highlands. As you can see, it very much isn't, because the Highlands are up here. Brian says, my best mate from school is no longer... Oh, that's not nice. I tried to say that in a cheery way. I'm sorry to hear that, Brian. That's not what I wanted to say. Yeah, commiserations. We'll raise a glass to him. I feel like the fish tank behind you is blurrier. Oh, is that a depth of field problem? I could shout at you from over here. How would that do? Or I could just move the microphone closer. That might work as well. Yeah, I can't reach the desk though. That's the problem. So what do you want to see in high definition? Me or the fish? Please don't answer that. June has shared the live. Thank you, June. Carl Hetherington. Hello. Hello yourself. Hope you're well. We love all your... I keep adding in words. We love all your videos. He hasn't actually said that. He just says we love probably some of your videos. Yeah, it doesn't sound like you're winning when you lose someone. Yes, Jack would like to point out he won it twice. We still haven't figured out how he cheated, but he has indeed won it twice. Boots and Cats, hello, nice to see you. What does that say? Clackamas. You've made that word up, surely. That can't be a place. I'll try and add it in. It is a place. She wasn't lying. Clackamas, Oregon, USA. You're in, Boots and Kits. Marie is in Devon. We can add Devon, I'm sure. I'm going to close down the maps shortly because this will quickly turn into a game of everyone watch Graham type into Google Maps. But thank you for that one. Oh, Connecticut. I like to say that. Connecticut. Spelled strangely. Connecticut is added in. Ken Winger. No. Winninger. Winger. I apologise. I did not mean that. So what we're going to do is we'll kick off with the quiz in about 15 minutes, 9:30, or whatever time it is there. And so be prepared for that. We'll share it a few minutes beforehand. If you have any fishy questions or any fishy topics, are there any people in the background not called Brian who want to have a go at co-hosting? We could try that, but that might be a bridge too far. I don't know if we'll be able to do it this week. The other thing I wanted to bring to your attention is in the Fishy universe, the Aquarium Daily channel has been doing some fundraising this week. And if you follow them, you might have noticed me on their channel running his Fishy quiz last week. So they're fundraising for Debs, who you might know from the streams on my and his channels, Debs Aquapets, raising money for a charity or a health. Is it a charity? A cause. Raising money for a cause. Let me find the thing. Raising money for Y Valley NHS Trust, which is an umbrella charity which looks after, or has looked after, Deb's grandson, Romy, who has a genetic deficiency. I'm trying to read it quickly and pretend like I know what it's called. It's called deletion 6p, so he's had all sorts of challenges. Andrew has taken it upon himself to try and raise some money, and last weekend we raised over 700 quid. The total is up to, what is it up to now? It's up to £853 at the moment. So if you're interested in learning more about that, I've just posted the link in chat. If you're interested in donating, you can also donate there. Or Andrew is meant to be doing a 24-hour live stream starting tomorrow morning at 7 AM, I believe. So pop along to the Aquarium Daily channel. If one of the mods will put a link into his channel so you can find that easier. That all kicks off tomorrow. He has sent me a message, but it's really, really long. I can't read and stream at the same time. I was hoping to join you in chat. Or maybe I shouldn't read this out loud. Hang on. Just talk amongst yourselves for a second. Oh, he's basically saying some other stuff, but he's not going to join us tonight because he's going to bed to prepare for tomorrow. So tomorrow, 7 AM, Andrew's channel. Just go and show some support, even if you can't give any money. When you're live streaming, it's a very, even though you're all here chatting away, it's a very solitary experience. And I've done longer sessions myself in the past. And especially when you're not used to it and you don't have thousands of viewers, it's a bit easier if you're a big channel like Aquarium Co-op, for instance, with hundreds and hundreds of people in the chat giving things to riff off. But sometimes, and I find myself in this situation quite a lot, nobody's in the chat saying anything and you're just kind of rambling on away to yourself thinking, what's the point of this? Nobody's watching. So I would encourage you to at least have it on in the background, maybe have it on your laptop, even if you're having your shower or having your lunch, whatever, just so as you can see some viewers there, and every now and again give them some support, give them some love. Obviously, if you can afford to make a donation, do that as well. But just like checking in, say hello. It kind of helps. And if you want some practice, let's do it now. Say hello. If you're out there, you've stumbled across this, or you watch this every week, but you never actually say anything, drop a message in chat. Maybe ask a question. These are all prompts for this sort of thing. As you will know if you're a regular viewer, I very rarely prepare anything other than the quiz and just rant on about random topics, and they're often things that you ask about. So if you've got something you want to know, that might be something that sets me off on one of my tangents, and we go off on a wee wandering meander through any and all topics, and sometimes we land on fish, sometimes we land on other things. So whatever you want to ask about. There you go, that's your prompt. Click stuff, say hello. Click like, say hello. Join, say hello. watch a video, all that kind of stuff. Oh, second channel, I found this wonderful AI tool which takes, you can load in a video of your own and it will cut it up into little short sections, like clips basically. So I've started posting onto the second channel, link in the description, so if you're interested in seeing that. I'm going to go with some of my older videos, so even if you're new here and you don't want to go through the whole back catalogue, but you could click out some clips that are a minute long, go, oh, that's interesting, I might go and actually watch that. That's the idea anyway, so we'll see if it works. If you're interested, go and do that stuff. The Fish Room, Cam, nice to see you, hope you're doing well. Stevie P, my first Scottish bull. It's the first time someone from Scotland. Well, I guess we've got Brian. He's Scottish, but he doesn't live in Scotland. Oh no, we have what's his face? Ross from sunny Edinburgh. Have I missed him? I really should put in Edinburgh. I'm going to put in Edinburgh. There you go. Second Scottish viewer. Yes. Sorry, what about Brian? Sorry, Brian. I did not mean to do you dirty like that, Brian. But you're not you are a Scottish viewer, but you're not in Scotland. You moved back and suddenly everything was in focus. Yes, it's like I'm actually using the camera as it's meant to be used. Can we see you in 4K? I don't think. I'm pretty sure we're still on 1080, but I don't have that. I've upgraded my video card, so the last video card, which costs $12.99, I've upgraded to one that costs $16.99. So maybe it's that, and I'm using it at a higher resolution. Question: I've been offered an Aqua One 200 litre tank for 150. Should I go for it? Yes. There's a nice easy question. Hey G, how's the discus breeding project coming along? Well, I kind of put a pause to it, but if I go over here, I'll show you they're back at it again. There's eggs where I was rubbing, basically. I put a pause to it because I wanted to use the tank for something else, and I wanted to get all the discus in here and make this a nice display, which it has been, I must admit. So I think we got, what was it, like 8 fry we got to free swimming stage. Well, no, there's loads that got to free swimming. We've got 8 fry that got to like big enough to separate from the parents, and they probably were a little bit too small. So we're left with one. So there's one that's about yay big at the moment. I'll probably stick them in there quite soon. But yeah, again, I might separate these discus and breed some more. Yeah, Brian went on cam. Graham's a Sassenach. That's not how you spell Sassenach, for first. And he forgets his brother's. No, I meant someone who lives in Scotland. Fishy bingo, come and join the fun. It was fun last week doing the bingo. I quite enjoyed that. I did make a promise to Andrew at Aquarium Daily that I would never do bingo and leave that as his thing. But who knows? I might break that promise. Lebo is in Denver. Right. I'll stick you in. I went to Denver once. I stayed in Denver for a month or so to play golf, as you do, when I was like 16 or something. There you go. There's the link to the GoFundMe, and there's the link to the 24-hour live stream. Right, see if we can catch up. Well, 25 minutes to go. Let me find the link to the quiz so you can all get your feet under the table. I've totally cocked that up, but I know what I'm doing, honest. Link to the quiz, link to the quiz. There you go. Graham, I have a breeding group of discus and I had 200 to 300 fry that died from bacterial gill disease. Yeah, gutted. I was recommended chloramine tea. Thoughts on that? Yeah, to clean out all your systems, because bacterial things do tend to hang around. So if you've not got time to like completely drain down systems, dry them out, leave them for a dry period, then do a good chloramine tea wash is not a bad idea. If doing it for fish, a little bit more risky, but people do it. Discus breeders do use chloramine tea quite a lot. Just be very careful. I've only done it once, and I did it under guidance of a professional. So I would make sure you find someone that sounds like they know what they're talking about. I wouldn't like to advise you, because it was quite a long time ago. But yeah, don't be too scared. You beat me to it. You did indeed. Right, I'm going to go down the comments a little bit. Where is the link to the quiz? I should have just posted it. I'm probably quite far behind. Sorry. This is why I need a co-host that can help with this. I still can't get the Fishy bingo music. I know, God, it's the worst thing ever invented. Especially when Andrew was playing the Fishy bingo music at full volume with an inability to actually stop the bloody thing. It was like, I'm got 2 seconds to fix this or I'm out of here. Hans says he's finally found a normal fish food that my new giant gourami has accepted. Oh, very good. And it's turned him totally unfussy and now eats anything I throw in. I often find that is the case with fussy fish eaters. Fussy fish food? What am I trying to say? People that are like, oh, my fish will only eat live food, or my fish will only eat frozen food, my fish will only eat this certain brand. I think it's more a case of your fish recognises what food is, and other things that are new are like, well, I'll just wait. I'm sure they'll come with the good stuff eventually, and most people do break and give them the good stuff. The way I like to do it is similar to like pellet training and things like that, where if you know they eat something, yes, give them that, because you need them to eat, that's the main thing. But give it exactly the same time as something else. So if you want to get them onto pellets, but they'll only eat raw clams or something like that, then yes, put some pellets in the bowl with the raw clams and feed them at the same time. And eventually the fish will go, oh, there's something else in there as well. And you can slowly just move the dosages the other way. So start with more clam to pellet, and then more pellet to clam, and eventually get rid of the clam altogether. You can just feed on the pellets and give the clam every now and again as a treat. It's a proper pain in the bum, though, getting to that point. But perseverance does usually work. June's already stoned. She's saying hello again. Hello. Are you saying hello to someone else? Jez Stevenson, relation, sort of. Hello yourself. I always get surprised when I know people from the real world pop up in here. I'm like, oh, like whenever my mum or dad comes in and says hello, I'm like, oh, I know that person. My mum or dad, and I go, I know that person. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean. Jez is my brother-in-law, for those that are keeping score. You don't even prepare the quiz sometimes. Oi! Best quiz on YouTube. FishTube. Best quiz going. But there's only 13 of you in at the moment for playing the quiz. So, where did I hide that screen? Make sure you get in and join the quiz. Or do I need to come up with a theme song? Is that what we're missing? Question for the host. How do you keep your beard looking so lush? I need some help. I don't know. I do absolutely nothing. I do every now and again for like birthdays and Father's Days, etc. Get bought various products like beard clay or oily stuff. I have a bit of a random thing where if I'm sitting on, this is where I do my normal day job. When I'm sitting on a call, I might just kind of out of habit have a comb. I have no hair, so the only bit of hair that I've got is down here. So I kind of go, oh yeah, and it's kind of like a nervous twitch habit thing rather than anything else. So maybe that's it. I don't know. I wondered why my feed was swamped with your shorts over the last few days. Yeah, I kind of screwed it up. This is the Clips channel. Link in description. I'm on some kind of free trial, but it won't let me do them, and I can't be arsed to edit them properly. So they're clips, but they've been uploaded as if they're long form. So I'll sort that out at some point. Which one are you using? Opus Clip. It is indeed Opus Clip. I'm on the free channel at the moment. It's quite good because it does the subtitles for you, and I only have to correct about 50% of them because of my Scottish accent, whereas normally I have to correct 100% of it. Carl says, are your comments lagging or is it my end? I'm just far behind because I'm a slow reader. Sorry. Same, my feed was flooded. Yeah, so I'm going with older videos. So I've done some Mega Tank videos. I'm going to do some like old sump videos and some old from early videos, just to have something a little bit new. I mean, flooded. I think I put up like 4. He's a break. It had to go landscape to fit Graham's ass in. Thanks, Brian. Genesis Aqua has just arrived. I am late. It's alright. Don't worry. Still got a few minutes to get people into the quiz. Jack can't play as on my... But surely you can do that. I play yours when I'm on my phone. You just have to stop listening to me. You need 2 photos, 2 phones possibly, yes. Oh, that's the kind of effort you're willing to put in for me. Thanks. I know where my place is. After I sent you prizes today as well. Graham, do your Congo tetras not nip at your discus? Do the discus get enough food since Congos are fast eaters? I have never noticed them nipping at the discus. And they're not that fast. So it's never usually been a problem. The discus kind of learn to just wait till it gets down there. The Congos take whatever in the water column. Yeah, it'll be fine. My fish keep ordering DoorDash. Brian's got a question. My fish are missing the food I got at the auction. What do I do? Well, if only there was a website you could go on and buy some more fish. There is this website that Graham knows. Yes, aquariumadventures.co.uk for any of your fish or plant needs. I've just had a new delivery of plants as well, so that will be getting updated over the weekend with some new plants, some stem plants. I took the Oscars phone away. After the US presidential debate, I'm ready to become an English colony again. Yes, I did. Oh, I should have missed all my American viewers. Yeah. Oh, I can't say too much about it because there might be a quiz question about it. I'll just say Happy Treason Day, you ungrateful colonials. Silver Creek's in. Hello, Tommy. Marie says Andrew sends his apologies and wishes he could be here. Yes, I've just read that. No, I got there in the end. What Jack means is he can't have Google and the quiz open at the same time. I bet that is the case. Right, are we ready to get going? My discus are getting addicted to freeze-dried blackworms, thinking about getting some Congos. Go for it, Congos. I've had these for ages now, and they have not been any trouble at all for the discus. And as for freeze-dried blackworms, nothing wrong with that, but how about live blackworms? Go and check out my video on that. That is a lot easier than... I've done it many times before in a bucket, but it's always been a bit of a, God, this is a bit of a faff. But my new setup is so easy. I just don't have to think about it. It's great. So if you want some live blackworms that are kind of, they're self-propagating, it's just brilliant. Get yourself a wee colony started and you should be good. I need a lot of plants. I'm redoing the big tank. Okay to post in Northern Ireland? Yep, I think so. My magnificent website. Thank you very much, Tommy. Right, I've been harping on about this for ages now without actually doing it. I said we're going to start at past. Little face. Do we need to do some live screen resizing? We do. Put that up there. Move that over there. Move this in a bit to there. So professional. We have 19 people in. Oh, come on, people. Why would you not want to play? How many people have we got? Still only 36 people in. We're being screwed by what's his face, aren't we? I like to think we're being screwed by Aquarium Co-op rather than it's just everyone's gone off me all of a sudden. But for you hardcore, let's get going. Going to start the countdown. Is everyone ready? Why do I make it 30 seconds every time? I need to change that. Because then I just sit here for 30 seconds going... Oh! I almost said the word exciting rather than use it. Oh no! Why is it not working? I almost said the word exciting when I could, of course, just use...
Exciting!
So there might be some...
Surprising!
Questions. There might even be some...
Unimaginable!
Questions. Like this one. Which Wimbledon tennis court has the highest spectator capacity? At which court can most people sit? Pure and Shrimple is ready to come last. You never know. You never know. So there's court 10, centre court, number 1 court, or number 3 court. Interestingly, it goes centre court, number 1 court, number 2 court, number 3 court, and then all the other courts are just court 4, court 8. Who knows? Right off with the sports question. Sorry, Stephen. It's slash sports slash current events because Wimbledon started this week. Why did you choose that GIF? I have just noticed that is someone shaking their butt. I just typed in tennis and clicked the first one that came up. I didn't realise it was that one. So apologies to anyone who is offended. So most of you think centre court has the most amount. Interestingly, everyone's wrong because it's number 1 court. Number 1 court is the newest and therefore has the highest capacity. Bonus question, bonus point for anyone who can tell me what the actual capacity is. In fact, I'm not going to wait for you to type that. I'm going to just tell you. The capacity of number 1 court is 12,345. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. So, everyone got that one wrong. Question 2. What is the notable characteristic of epiphyte plants in the aquarium? Do they grow fast in fast-moving currents? Do they grow on wood or rocks? Do they grow on the surface? Or do they grow in cold water? Which of those makes it an epiphyte? The GIF distracted everyone. So we have... So 2 people think they like fast-moving currents, 2 people think they like to grow on the surface, and 15 smart people think they like to grow on wood and rocks. So, well, they will grow in other places, the kind of the defining characteristic I was going for, which 15 of you agreed with at least. So, thanks for that. As Stephen says, A, B, and C. I'm sure you could even get some to grow in cold water. But yeah, B was the one I was going for. So, we'll have some points on the board then. Timbo is in first, joint first with Juggler. Then we're just waiting for Carl, Brian, SGH, Jez, and Muzzy Is It. I know who Muzzy Is It is. To score a point. So, question 3. What country's this? Simple question for simple people. What country is this? Norway, Slovakia, Slovenia, or Finland? What do we think? Remember, the faster you answer, the faster you get the points. Oh, a lot of people thinking it was Finland. Snow Finland. It is indeed Norway. That deserves a badoom tish. I don't know, but the flag is a big plus. Put that in the dad joke bank. What is the longest mountain earth on range? What is the longest mountain range on Earth? Is it the Cairngorms, the Pyrenees, the Alps, or the Andes? Which of these is the longest mountain range? I want to know who's chosen Cairngorms. It isn't Cairngorms. One person thought it was. Most going for the Andes because it's the Andes. Well done, everyone. So, how does that affect scores? We've got Juggler, the Quizmaster, the human quizzing machine. Seriously, we've got to get him like on the chase or something like that. M. Lebo in second place, Tash in third. A few people getting in there. We're not far apart. So like 100 points separating the top 10 roughly. Question number 5. Here we go. What is the... I was meant to say chemical. What is the chemical symbol for silver? Is it AU, AM, AS, or AG? What is the chemical symbol for silver? Scott owned up to picking Cairngorms. Oh, 6 of you think it's AU. Most of you think it's AG. Most of you are right. AU is gold. Juggler and Tash, I think that's like Team Juggler, basically, now taking up the top 2 spots. Muzzy Is It storming into 16th place ahead of Brian. Jez into the top 10. Nice to see. Stevie P outside the top 10. Oof, dear. Maybe some more fishy questions will change that. Question number 6. What is the main ingredient in sushi? Is it cabbage, rice, salmon, or seaweed? I think I might have caught a few of you out of this one, but not many. Almost everyone getting the right answer. It's rice, obviously. Sushi, you just think of the fish. But no, it's rice, obviously. Congratulations, almost everyone. Oh, Tash is taking over because Juggler was one of the ones caught out. Uh-oh. I think Juggler and Tash is a family affair. So this is like father versus daughter. And daughter's winning. Right, question number 7. What does DC stand for in the superhero franchise? Is it Danger Comics, Detective Comics, Dramatic Characters, or Disco Certified? I'm Batman. Oh, quite the splits here. So 11 for Danger, 8 for Detective, 1 for Dramatic. Nobody went for Disco Certified. I thought I'd have caught a load of people with that one. It is, in fact, Detective Comics. So there's loads of people going, damn it! Shadow into the top 3. Lebo just falls out. Stevie P in the top 5. We move on to question number 8. Where is / was the White Cloud Mountain minnow native to? Is it Australia? I'm not going to do accents, sorry. Was it Australia, Russia? No, stop it, Graham. Russia, Philippines, or China? Rebecca's in, only a bit late. It's alright, I don't do roll call or anything, we're fine. Live answers, most of you going for China. Most of you are correct. Yep, they are almost wiped out in their native environments, but that's where they started. So Tash extends her lead, 70 points ahead of her dad. Stevie P takes the third place position now. Muzzy is it and Jez 11 and 12 just outside the top 10. Mona Lee in that 10th place. Number 9, here we go. What is the fear of clowns called? Is it glossophobia, ergophobia, coulrophobia, or pediophobia? What is a fear of clowns? Mandy says she knows this one. Do you suffer from it then? Right, we've got 11 people going for coulrophobia. That is because that is correct. Coulrophobia is the fear of clowns. If anyone's interested, pediophobia is a fear of objects that look real but aren't. Who knew? Glossophobia is a fear of public speaking. And ergophobia is what I have. It's a fear of having to work. There you go. Right, we're going into question 10. Question 10, for those of you who are new to the quiz, is a wagering question. So you have to bet some of your points. You don't have to, but if you don't bet anything, you don't win anything. You also don't lose anything if you get it wrong. But the more you bet, the more you win. So get ready to place your wagers. Question 10. The answer is in the stars is your tip. It's your cryptic clue as to whether or not you should bet the lot. You can bet whatever you want. What galaxy is Earth in? Are we in the Draco Galaxy, the Andromeda Galaxy, the Canis Major Galaxy, or the Milky Way Galaxy? What galaxy are we in? So you never know whether I'm going to do an easy one or a hard one. And this will be easy to some people and hard to some people, so you can't please everyone. Right, what did we think? Ooh, almost everyone going with the Milky Way, because we live in the Milky Way, not the Andromeda Galaxy. That's one of the closest. Canis Major is the closest galaxy to ours, then Andromeda, and then Draco. There you go. So what has that done to the scores? Almost everyone got it right, so it's all about how much you gambled, really. So Tash, Juggler, Stevie P seem to have done really well out of that one. Muzzy Is It got the wrong answer. Jez moves into the top 10. Mickey's just outside the top 10. Oh no, Muzzy Is It didn't get it wrong. He just didn't bet anything, I don't think. I think he's probably gone to the toilet. Who knows? Who were the ones that got it wrong? I just missed it there. Shrimple and Shadow. Ouch! Ouch! Question 11. Don't worry. Juggler has come, I don't know if you've won it from 0 points after question 10, but he's come at least second after having 0 points. Muzzy got it right, just didn't gamble. See, that's where you've gone wrong. Question 11. What kind of aquatic animal is a wobbegong? What is a wobbegong? Is it a shark, a crab, a catfish, or a jellyfish? What's Tommy saying? We're going to see two galaxies converge and basically create a mass nuclear explosion within the next 60 days, viewable from Earth. Wow. Well, most of you think a wobbegong is either a shark or a jellyfish, so some of you are going to be really upset because it's a shark. Oh, Tash and Juggler both got that one wrong. Stevie P knows his sharks and his aquatic animals. Move on to question number 12. Which track is home to the Formula 1 British Grand Prix? Another sports one. Stevie P is cursing me right now. I can sense it. Is it Donington Park, Silverstone, Brands Hatch, or Cadwell Park? These are all race tracks in the UK. Is it Donington Park, Silverstone, Brands Hatch, or Cadwell Park? Most people went for Silverstone, and the Americans went for Brands Hatch and Cadwell Park. I imagine. Sorry. There are some American questions coming, don't worry. The correct answer is, of course, Silverstone. Yep, Stevie P got it wrong. Boots and Cats got it wrong. Texas Tom got it wrong. Only Else got it wrong. Zenny got it wrong. Ruben, I am imagining you're an American, because that's the way it's going. All the Americans got that one wrong. Sorry. Question 13. What is the smallest US state? Is it Connecticut, or Connecticut, Delaware, Rhode Island, or New Jersey? What is the smallest US state in terms of land mass? See? American friendly question. Most of you think Rhode Island or Delaware. These are the 4 smallest US states. I forget which order, but I'm sure someone can tell me. But the correct answer is Rhode Island. Loads of people got that one right. So it's all about extending leads rather than anything else. And loads of people got it wrong. June, that's an American. Surely you should have got that one right. For those of you keeping tabs, beer number 2 is also a little special Luminous Nights. Question number 14. How many molecules of oxygen does ozone have? None, 1, 2, or 3. The image is not an ozone. It's just a random sciencey looking image. How many molecules of oxygen does ozone have? Look at that for a head. Anyone got a flake? We have a fairly even split there. 5 for 1, 6 for 2, 8 for 3, and only 2 for 0. It definitely has more than 0. The answer is 3. Well done, 8 people. Three molecules isn't very many. You're true. That is right. It's more than 2 though. Tash stays in the lead despite getting that one wrong because Juggler and Stevie P also got it wrong. So that's just giving people a chance to catch up. Boots and Gets, ozone is O3, hence 3 being the right answer. Where in daily life does one acquire this ozone knowledge? One goes to car boot sales and finds old quiz books and goes, oh, I'll buy that. I can use that on a Friday night. Nope. Question 15. What holiday do the ungrateful colonials celebrate on the 4th of July in the US? Is it Independence Day, Labour Day, Treason Day, or Memorial Day? So, Independence Day is the one about the aliens with Will Smith. Labour Day, that's the one about the bad spelling. It's Treason Day, surely. I'm glad that most of you went with Independence. Nobody actually chose Treason Day because I did mean to make Treason Day a correct answer as well, just in case. But yes, I suppose it is indeed Independence Day. It's not just a film about aliens with Will Smith. So Tash with about 140-ish points lead from Juggler, who has about 200 points lead from Stevie P. But again, question 20 will be a gambling question, so that's everything to play for. Question 16. What is a female donkey called? Is it a Molly, a Jenny, a Burro, or a Mary? Ouch. Mickey hoping his wife is not watching. Okay, we've got a bit of a split, but most people going for Jenny. Is that the correct answer? Of course it is. Jenny is a female donkey, and Molly is a female ass. A burro is a Spanish donkey, and Mary is a person that sits on donkeys. I don't know. Question number 17. A Jack and a Jenny, says Bandy. Indeed. The Jack is a male donkey, Jenny is a female. Question 17. In computing, what does HTTP stand for? Is it High Transmit Total Prefix? Hello, take time partner? Hot Translated Text Program? Or Hypertext Transfer Protocol? What does HTTP stand for? I feel. Do you all hear music? I feel like we need some music to build the drama. And I'm not sure if you can hear music on your end or if I should add it in on this end. Sorry, rubbish joke. I'm not even going to say it. You all thought the answer was Hypertext Transfer Protocol. I fooled 3 of you because it is indeed Hypertext Transfer Protocol. You don't hear music. Ah, right, okay. I thought you all had music. I'm sure there's something I can do about that. Well, I show you the rankings. Do you all hear music now? Do you like it? No, it's got play background music on presentation view and it isn't playing any background music. Why is it not? It says it's... Me no. Right, question number 18. What type of fish is a Potomotrigon leopoldi? You hear the music on the trivia, but not the stream. Yeah, that's kind of... Well, it should be playing on the stream, but it isn't, for some reason. Anyway, is that an eel? Is it a snakehead? Is it a stingray? Or is it a catfish? What type of fish is a Potomotrigon leopoldi? Oh, people don't know this one. So 2 think eel, 4 think snakehead, 6 think stingray, and 9 think it's a catfish. It is, of course, a stingray. A leopoldi stingray. It's a freshwater, expensive stingray. Let's see what that did to the scores. Oh, Stevie P got it, as did Gas Musk and Timbo. June knew, Ruben knew, and Shadow knew. Penultimate question. Here we go. What epic poem attributed to Homer tells the tale of the Trojan War? Is it The Simpsons, Bartman, Iliad, or the Odyssey? What, of course, was... Oh, shit, sorry. Stop. No, cancel. Whew. I pressed some buttons there by accident. I was laughing at Zen. Question 9. What epic poem attributed to Homer tells the tale of the Trojan War? I'll give you a clue. It's not The Simpsons. It's not Bartman. It's either the Iliad or the Odyssey. One is about the Trojan War, and one is about coming home from the Trojan War. Most of you have figured out the 2 false answers, but the Iliad was about the Trojan War. The Odyssey is about the journey back after it's finished. I say that as if I know that. I've never read either. What's that done? Tash got it, Juggler didn't. An even bigger lead. Stevie P knew, Scat knew, Texas Tom knew. Muzzy Is It knew. There were a few others that I didn't see. Zenny, Gas Musk, and Carter knew. Right. Question 20. Another of these gambling ones. So... remember, if you bet nothing, you won't lose anything, but you also won't win anything. So there's normally a go big or go home mentality. But have a look at the clue, see if you can decipher it, whether or not you want to risk anything. You can type in any number, it will give you like 25%, 50%, 100%, but you can put in anything. Good luck. Like I say, June in 13th place with 900 points. If she goes all in and doubles her points, she can still beat Tash if Tash gets it wrong and bets everything. So, everything to play for. Here we go. Question 20. The hint is it's a fishy finish, so it might be a fishy question, who knows? Place your bets, roll up, place your bets. Here it comes. What kind of fish is this? Is it a lamprey, a coelacanth, a fangtooth, or a curled wrasse? A lamprey, a coelacanth, a fangtooth, or a curled wrasse? Ooh, most people are going for lamprey. Because it's lamprey. Obviously. Well, obvious to the 14 people who chose lamprey. Unluckily not obvious to the people who chose coelacanth or curled wrasse. Nobody went with fangtooth. I thought I'd have got something. Right, let's see what that's done to the rankings. Are we ready? Here we go. Your winners are, in third place, Scat with 2,570 points. Stevie P in second place with 3,042 points. And who have we got in first place? Your winner is Tash. Oh, the juggler household must be... in fact, here it is. My house is unbearable. There you go. Feast on your scores, everyone. We've got Tash in first place. 500 points clear of Stevie P, who is another 500 points clear of Scat. Then in fourth place, we had Zenny. Well done, Zenny. Timbo, June, only else in 6. M. Lebo in 7. Texas Tom in 8th. Muzzy Is It making it into the top 10. He's not even a fish keeper, and he made it into the top 10. Gas Musk rounding out the top 10. Carter, Mona Lee, Shrimple, Shadow, Ruben, Brian down in 16th, Carl in 17th, Jez in 18th with 0 points. Ouch. You must have bet it all and got it wrong. Well done to everyone. I thought you might get that one, Muzzy Is It, because we used to use that as bait when we went pike fishing, didn't we? Lisa says, oh, my internet went on the last question. That's what they all say. Boots and Cats gets the top 3 spot. Yep, definitely. Shall we do some live spreadsheeting? Yes, it'd be best, because I always forget and then I overwrite them accidentally. Hang on. We will export player rankings. Done. I won't make you watch the live spreadsheeting, but I have done it. So Tash is the leader. Got a 500 point lead. 3,500 points is pretty good. We don't normally get into the 3,000s. Where did your dad come? Did he lose everything? He lost everything. Juggler's on 0 points. Anyone can win. For the first time ever. Juggler missed it. What? Tom says top 10, baby. Yep, definitely. 6 is good. 6 is good. Is JT trying to grow a Tash? Is he? I don't think JT's playing anymore. Because we called him out and he's cheating, he doesn't want to play anymore. The clown creeped me out. That was fun. Let's do it again. Well, we can do it again because we've still got the Eliminator. The Eliminator is 10 questions, which get increasingly more difficult. As soon as you get one wrong, you're out. But if you make it all the way through, you get a prize. So Jack, who has won this before, has won it twice actually, cheating get, claimed his prize today, so he chose very nicely, so as not to ruin me financially, he chose a t-shirt and a sticker from... I should have done this a little bit more smoothly. Hang on. He chose a t-shirt and a sticker from Aquarium Adventures spread shop. So, link in description if you want to buy any of this. Worldwide, you can have any of these designs. I have more fish tanks than friends. The Aquarium Nerd, Oma Balls, This Sucks, or the Discus one. All designs are available on all things. You can get hoodies, bags, cups, t-shirts, caps, bibs, mouse mats. You name it, they'll probably have it. Teddy bears even. Buttons, stickers. So Jack chose a t-shirt and some stickers, I think. So that's winging its way to Jack. So, well, I normally say at 10 o'clock we'll do the eliminator, but it's already 10 past 10. So in an indeterminate amount of time we will do the eliminator. So stick around for that. We've still only got 34 people here, but thank you very much, all 34 of you, for joining me. Is that Get still doing his live stream? Is he still going now? Has he stolen all my viewers? Must be finished by now. Yeah, well, clearly. People just hate me now. That's what it is. It's not the Aquarium Co-op's fault. Oh well. Thank you for joining me, all of you that are still here. A woeful performance from Pure and Shrimple. I don't think it's that bad. These are hard. If the questions are too easy, I don't think you feel any sense of achievement or joy if you actually get anywhere. So if you get 0 points and you've risked it all, that's the name of the game. You've got to do it. I want the first wooden AA spoon. Next week's theme: local sports statistics of a 14th century Europe. No, I'm making exceptions purely for you, Stevie P, by not including lots of sports stuff. Because I know a lot of you don't get the sports questions, but Wimbledon, surely that's like, everyone knows what Wimbledon is. Formula 1, that's a worldwide. So I'm deliberately not choosing who won the FA Cup in 1978 and how many throw-ins were there in Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace in the 1922 Division 2 battle. Muzzy is it, but know that. He studied football, so as he knew what was going on. So there'll be current events and sports and fish and a few oddball questions. So my idea is to make things that aren't immediately Googleable, aren't all immediately knowable, so as it gives people a chance, and luck has some kind of thing in there. As Aquarium Delirium says, you've got all month, Juggler, to make up. But you went last. No, you went last. June says, I can't stand clowns. One lived across the street from me. What, an actual clown, or just because, like, clown in the UK, if you call someone a clown, you're not necessarily saying, God, that Graham's a proper clown. You're not necessarily saying that Graham dresses up with a red nose and white face and funny wig and a you're just saying that Graham's a bit of an idiot and a bit of a dick. So if someone was to say Jim Bob, Billy, Dave, proper clown, I would not expect them to come in dressed as a clown. I'd expect them to be a bit of a dick. Aquarium Delirium says, I'll phone next Friday and pretend I'm from the car insurance and throw her off. Ouch. Are we taking... It's not a test, it's a fun game, First Class Fish. Yeah, different daughter. This one's not gone rogue yet. What is an eliminator? Well, Lebo, funny you should ask the question. The eliminator is a quiz. It's the second quiz. It's a knockout quiz. It's an eliminator, if you will. So there are 10 questions. They increase in difficulty. If you get one wrong, you're out. The questions are a mix of multiple choice, drag and drop order, and free text entry. That's a lie. They're not. They're all multiple choice. The correct answer is what I say it is. as with every quiz. If it turns out I'm wrong, tough. Questions are on a timer, so you have to answer the question before it runs out, and that's the number one thing to remember about the Eliminator is the timer. The timer is set quickly, so you have to answer quickly. There is not enough time to Google the answer. So get your answer in quick, and if you answer 10 of them correctly, you win a prize. And you press the right button. June notices there's still no... June, I'm working on it. I really am. If you happen to watch this, I need some towels. Send me some towels. I'll get onto them again. Someone has bought a towel as well, and I can't even send them that towel. So if Irish Phil pops up, everyone remember to check his remind him to check his messages. Here is the link for info of the once in a lifetime Nova we will see soon. Oh, right, okay, hang on. Let's all look at it together. Am I already miles behind in the questions? Once in a lifetime event, nova explosion to look like a new star, NASA says. First an eclipse, then an aurora borealis. Soon astronomers will be treated to an explosion in space that's so bright it looks like a new star. A star that hasn't been seen since 1946 will appear once again in the night sky, and astronomers are determined to get a glimpse of the once in a lifetime event. The star is an explosion known as a nova event, as in supernova? Champagne supernova? It will be so bright it will be seen by the naked eye. Interesting. Doesn't say when. Do they not know when? When is the event happening? The event could occur by September 2024. That seems a bit non-committal. It's like I could go on a diet and lose loads of weight. Alright. Big face, right. Questions. Let's do some comments. Come on, Graham. Professional. You can do this. First Class Fish just says hello to everyone. That's nice. I love the Pleco shirts. Well, if you win the Eliminator, you could be sent one. If you don't win, you can just buy one. It's worldwide. The Euros fans are probably sitting on the edge of the seat as Portugal and France prepare for penalties. I keep forgetting about that. So we've got, as Boots and the Cat says, we've got the non-sports ball followers. I've made it here. So 40 of the non-sports ball fans have deigned to join us. Well, it should be finished by now, surely. Let's do a quick gander and see if it's over yet. I'll give you a clue for the Eliminator. There was a big event happened here yesterday / today to do with the changing of the guard in our government. If you don't know anything about that, you might want to give it a quick Google now, because that might be one of the easy questions in the Eliminator. Oh, they're still on. Extra time. A 0-0 thriller. Yeah, got no chance against the football, have we? England matches on tomorrow at 5, I think. So that might put a dent in Andrew's 24-hour live stream, but hopefully he gets a few. Stevie P says, I know the sports and the events exist at least. Okay, well, I'll try and make them a little bit easier in future. I'm familiar with Wimbledon interrupting my daytime TV viewing when I was little. Graham is a proper clown. Do you mean the type with the nose or the type that's a dick? Link to quiz. Oh, yes. Okay, sorry. We'll get there eventually. Eliminator. Let me find it. This is the 11th Eliminator. Only one person has ever defeated the Eliminator. As I say, that was Jack. So you know, I think it's achievable. You might have to have a couple of questions that you get a lucky guess on, but I think you should be able to get there. Oh, miles behind. Sorry about that. I also need towels. Get on that stat. Yeah, so Phil, if you're watching this on replay, I would like some towels because I'm going to send some to American people. I don't want to put the postage on you. So I think I'm going to get a bunch of towels just so as I have them in stock and can send them out. Supernova is the death of a star. Nova is when it begins to reach critical mass and burns off excess gases. So it's like a mediocre nova. Have I been fishing lately? I haven't, but it is my birthday soon, and that was one of my gift options was to be allowed to go fishing. Wow. So I was thinking about going, but I haven't been in a while. If you're up for a wee session, let me know. We'll give you Trump, Harry, and Meghan, and we'll take Bono. Well, Bono's Irish. We don't own him, and I don't want Trump, Harry, or Meghan. Any link for the Eliminator? You should have the link now. I hate tennis. It's so boring. Cricket is more. What? Cricket, tennis, surely. Cricket is that's the game that I tried my hardest when I moved to England to figure out and enjoy. It's unenjoyable. The only thing I could like about cricket is that everyone that actually goes to watch cricket seems to just go to drink beer and get smashed because it takes all day. How can something that takes 5 days still end up as a draw be enjoyable? Tennis is at least. I love to go to Wimbledon one day. I quite like tennis. I've always liked the tennis. Never been particularly good at it. Why do Graham write wrong things? Paul McCarthy, nice to see you. My pair of discus stopped breeding a few months ago. Do you have any suggestions on how to get them in the mood? Okay, proper fishy question. I would say you can go for... So, two things I would potentially... Some people might tell you to do some kind of separation thing, where you separate them for a while, and then bring them back together. I've never seen that work. Things that I've seen work have been things like changing their diet significantly, so going for lots of fresh or frozen food or live foods, like worms and all that kind of stuff, and really upping the ante and getting them into condition to be breeding. So sometimes fatigue can tire out the fish, and they're like, I've had enough of this. Oh, just give us a break. Because when they do start breeding, they seem to just keep going to the detriment of their health. So if you can get them into good condition, that can do it. So spend a lot of time and effort getting the water parameters as good as you can get them, getting them feeding heavily, eating up loads of good nutritious food, and then once you're satisfied that they're in, proper good tip-top condition, do lots of like cool water changes and things like that to stimulate them, and they can come back into it there. But sometimes they just get a bit old and go, nah, done now, thank you, I'm retiring. And I think you just leave them at it. So it never hurts to up the conditioning, just because it's not a bad thing to be good. So try that. One of my strongest memories as a child is waking up early on a Sunday to see my favourite Banana Man, only to have it cancelled due to the Swedish Prime Minister being shot dead. Ah. So, from that sentence, all I can take from that is, they got Banana Man in Sweden, rather than, oh, the Prime Minister was shot. Mandy wants Ewan McGregor, fine. Lego wants to take me, okay. I hate the screaming into it. Yeah, that is a bit annoying. When I had the choice, tennis was a load of 50-year-old women swooning over men that looked the same. Cricket was men in silence with the occasional discussion. Yeah, at least cricket's a bit more laid back, I guess. Juggler says, question 1 will be a question like, who is this actor? Clue, it will not be Jean-Claude Van Damme. Give it away, why don't you? Just checking. It's not this week, so nah. Also, Rebecca won't recognise that. Yeah. 1 week, I'm going to do a quiz entirely about Die Hard, just so as Rebecca can't play along. Right, we'll get on with this. It's nearly past. In fact, let's aim for past. At past, we will start the Eliminator. I separated my 9 palliatus today. Now I'm down to separating my Venezuelans. You're either a people smuggler or you've got some cool fish. They're in their own tank. All my corridoras hops going in their own tanks. So do you still have corridoras, or is that what you mean? My discus get beat up with every spawn. Give them a break and lots of water changes. Yeah, exactly. If they've been spawning consistently for a long time, it's tough on them. It's physically exhausting. What? I'm not proud, but I've done drugs with Blake Lively. She has family near me. I was not expecting that to come up in the chat tonight. Oh, I've missed some of that, obviously. Oh, my own bloody... Some chat, not all chat. It was just weed. Back then it was drugs. Weed is not drugs. June, some parts of the world, weed is very much drugs. You're not allowed. I speak to Rebecca every day. I'll teach her Die Hard. I think we should just keep sending her clips, and eventually she'll build up the whole movie. Right, shall we do one more time in the chat for anyone that's just joined us, if the football's finished and you've just pitched up? This is the link to the Eliminator. There are 18 players at the moment. You mean illegal? Yep, very much illegal in this country. In Jack's hometown, it's breakfast. Also with a famous golfer, right? I need to know who the golfer was. Lebo, I played Kobe Bryant 1v1. I played golf with Sergio Garcia once. That was my claim to fame. Right, here we go. 10:30. eyes down, everyone. Let's get the presentation view up. Let's go little face. So remember, 10 questions. They come fast. So you only get 10 seconds to answer, I think. Or 15 seconds, maybe. So, everyone ready? Set? Oh, God, where are we at? Start the countdown. 20 seconds. It's better than 30, I suppose. Not a white golfer. Well, that limits the choices dramatically. I'm going to say Tony Finau. Paul says, how are you? Thank you, Paul. You're the first person to ask. Everyone else, so rude. Whose catchphrase is to infinity and beyond? Is it Woody, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Buzz Lightyear, or E.T.? I'm alright, Paul, thank you. Everything's broken. I broke my neck a few weeks ago. I think I might have broken my wrist, but I can't figure that one out. And my shoulder is gubbed as well. Everything on the right hand side is sore. Oh, more complainers. It eliminated me. It won't let me answer. Is that because you were too slow, or would it just not let you answer? Shall we rerun the question? Right, hang on. Finish the game. Your winners are no one's interested. Juice. Clear the cloud responses. Texas Tom was third. Right, you're not getting it. I'm restarting. If it doesn't work this time, I'm sorry. I pay a fortune for this bloody stuff. It should work. Are we ready? We'll try again. It glitches like this every week. It does. As Stevie P says, it does glitch like this every week. I switched to this one because the old one used to glitch like this every bloody week. So. Here's the countdown. Juggler says the answer is JCVD. It's very much not. You get a free question one. The answer is not Jean-Claude Van Damme for anyone who was struggling. And remember, as soon as it comes in, get in there and answer. Because you only get like 15 seconds, I think I've set it at. Whose catchphrase is to infinity and beyond? You need to have answered by now or you will not be allowed to answer. Woody, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Buzz Lightyear, or E.T. Time's up. Everybody went for Buzz Lightyear. Now, Buzz Lightyear was the one that said it, but it wasn't his... Yeah, it was. Well done. Everyone's still in. We move on to question number 2. Here we go. This is generally where we lose someone. Where did the Olympic Games originate? Was it Japan, Greece, Great Britain, or Italy? The Olympic Games, which are going to be in France this year. This counts as a sports question. Everyone has gone for Greece. And it is indeed Greece. So everyone is still in. It says one eliminated, but what's that done? I think no one has actually been eliminated yet. So we're alright. We're alright. We're still good. Question number 3. Remember, they get increasingly harder. Roads, we don't need... Where we're going, we don't need roads. It's a quote from which film? God, lost the ability to read. Is it Star Wars, Back to the Future, Superman, or Indiana Jones? Roads, where we're going, we don't need roads. Oh. So 2 people think Star Wars, 3 people think Indiana Jones. Well. Shrimple, Texas Tom, Shadow, Anthony and Brian Haig, you're going to be disappointed because it was indeed Back to the Future. Mandy second guess because of the GIF, because I do like to put in some wrong answers on the pictures sometimes. So we've still got Tash, Only Owls, M. Lebo, Scat, Mona Lee, Jez, Carter, Zenny, Timbo, Carl, Mal, Laurie Carriday, Mickey, Muzzy Is It, Juggler, Gas Musk and Stevie P. As we move into question number 4. Ready? Who was elected the UK's new Prime Minister today? Was it Keir Starmer, Boris Johnson, Rishi Sunak or Jeremy Corbyn? While you consider that, I shall go and get a refreshment. First Class Fish wasn't sure, obviously, but I've learned to ignore the gifts. In this case, that will have done you wrong. Americans better know our Prime Minister. We know your President. I suspect many of the Americans couldn't care less about our Prime Minister. Which is why I gave you all a warning earlier on to look it up. So, live answers. 12 people thought it was Keir Starmer, 3 people thought it was Rishi Sunak, and 2 people thought it was Jeremy Corbyn. It was, in fact, drum roll, Keir Starmer, and that is the man himself. With my claim to fame being I've met Keir Starmer. Rishi Sunak was the outgoing PM, Boris Johnson was the even more useless PM before him, and Jeremy Corbyn was the leader of the Labour Party before Keir Starmer. There you go. So what's that done? We've got Tash, Mona Lee, Jez, Carter, Zenny, Timbo, Carl, Mal, Laurie Carriday, Mickey, Muzzy Is It and Juggler still in it. As we move on to question number 5. In bowling, 3 strikes in a row is known as a goose, a duck, a swan or a turkey. Wow, quite the spread on this one. So 3 people going for a goose, 3 people going for a duck, 1 swan and 5 turkeys. The correct answer is obviously Toiki. So a goose is just a big bird. A duck, well, I guess you get duck in cricket, don't you? You could be out for a duck. A swan is another big duck, and a turkey, another swan is another big duck. That's not what I meant to say. A swan is another big bird, can break your arm, you know. And a turkey is what you call 3 strikes. So we're down to 5 people. Question 5, 5 people. Zenny, Carl, Mal, Muzzy Is It and Juggler. So this is where the questions start to ramp up in difficulty, I think. Question number 6. Here we go. What colour is a giraffe's tongue? Is it green, black, red or orange? Famously controversial, my tongue questions. Everyone's gone for black. Phew, it is indeed black. Okay, that wasn't a hard question then. So the same people are still in as we move on to question 7. Here we go. What is the only snake to build a nest Is it a royal python, a corn snake, a pit viper, or a king cobra? I was wondering why there was a picture of Britney Spears there, but she is carrying a snake, so I guess that kind of works. One person was too slow, and 4 people spread out. The answer is king cobra. King cobra is the only snake to build a nest. So what has that done? Who have we got left? Juggler, last man standing. Rebecca says quite a few do, like royals do. Nope, no they don't. Remember, the answer is what I say it is. Royal pythons, they don't build a nest, they will nest. So the king cobra is the only thing that will go and like collect stuff to make a nest, whereas like a lot of snakes will nest into a corner or a bin or a dark space or a whatever. Of course it's juggler. Yes, of course it is. Right. 3 questions left. Can juggler make it all the way through? Do no other cobras build it? Apparently not. Apparently it's just the king cobras. Or so said the Wikipedia page that I looked at. Remember, it's what I say it is. Question 8. What is the splitting of atomic nuclei called? Is it nuclear fraction, nuclear fusion, nuclear fission, or nuclear fashion? Ooh, Boots and Cat says B, nuclear fusion. Zen says C. Tommy says B. Juggler said C, nuclear fission. So I'm glad you didn't go for nuclear fashion, because that was made up. It was, in fact, nuclear fission. Splitting is fission, combining is fusion, bonding, whatever the word is. So we're still in. Should still have juggler. Yep, we still got juggler. Question 9. 2 questions away from winning this. Here we go. Question 9. What is the main ingredient in the dish Bombay duck? Is it duck, chicken, fish, or tofu? He's gone for chicken. It's fish. Bombay duck is indeed, it's a dried fish which is fried, served as an appetizer or a side. It's a fish that is found in the rivers around Mumbai. And this counts as a fish question. So, sorry, no winner today. We have lost juggler. Unfortunately, there are no survivors. That duck is too cute for dinner. It was. Shall we see the last question anyway? Question 10. The first person to write the correct answer in chat gets a hearty well done. Which country has the most pyramids? Is it Sudan, Mexico, Egypt, or India? A couple of B's. A Sudan from Juggler, another B from Rachel, a Mexico from Tom. The correct answer is Sudan. I think the first person to get that one right was Juggler. So, if only you knew that Bombay duck was a fish, you'd have won a prize. But well done, everyone. Good effort, unfortunately. No winner this week. So this is still financially viable. Oh, give it to him. what you might not know, First Class Fish, is that Juggler wins every quiz that we ever do, and he's already 2 months up on prizes that I've still not sent him. So Juggler won both May and June's month-long quizzing. So you need to choose a prize, Juggler. What do you want? Do you want some more 3D printed breeding stuff or whatever? Or a whole plethora of Aquarium Adventures branded merch? Or some plants, or some fish foods, or something like that. But well played, everyone. Well played. It was indeed Sudan. Mexico does have more pyramids than Egypt, but not as many as Sudan. They found hundreds and hundreds of new pyramids in South America in the last few years. Yeah, I think Costa Rica or Belize or one of those other South American countries, they found like a whole area of like totally overgrown jungle that is just like filled with pyramids and religious buildings and things that haven't been seen for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. I watched a program about it recently. It was very fascinating. It was very good. Big face. There we go. America is technically the leader in pyramids now. I did hear something about that, because that includes like man-made, obviously they're all man-made, but like shopping malls and things like that, if you include them as pyramids, then yeah, America is the leader. Mickey's bedtime, 5 a.m. start in the morning. Whew, good luck with that. Driving through the south, if the hill looks steep, it's man-made. Oh, so is this like in Gloucestershire and stuff with all the burial mounds and things like that? Grave-shaped mounds, as Lisa says. Yes, are they? They're not pyramids. No, they're mounds. Like if you ever go to see, what's it called? Henge. What's the word? Stonehenge. God, how many henges are there? If you go and see Stonehenge, when you're at the site in Stonehenge, you go to the higher side at the back and look around. You can see all the mounds, like for miles and miles around, that are all like ancient burial mounds and stuff. It's crazy. It's cray. Okay, I'll go to university to win the quiz. Yeah, well, you could just be lucky. You don't have to be smart. If you have 2 months worth of prizes to claim, ask for a puppy. No. Come on, don't bankrupt me, please. No cold water aquatic stream this week. Oh, have we not got anybody following us? Should we do another 12-hour live stream where Graham falls asleep live on Tinterwebs? No, we won't. Yeah, I don't see a cold water aquatic stream coming up. So for those of you who are still hanging around, I was thinking about my... I'm coming up on 50,000 subscribers, which is a number I did not think would be coming out of my face for a number of years, given the growth rate the last few years. So I was thinking about what to do to celebrate and all that kind of stuff. So like, well, whatever, nothing. But I was thinking about my New Year's resolutions, where we talked about what do I want to achieve in 2024, what kind of things I want to do, and one of them was I want to get out more and do more things, doing visits to people, to places. So I was thinking about a new series where I get out and about, and what can I do that, because I'm just an idiot with a camera and fish tanks. What can I do that actually provides some kind of benefit or use to the hobby? So I want to do talks at fish clubs and stuff like that, and I probably will start doing them. But what is our most underrated resource It's the local fish shop. If the local fish shop goes away, we don't have anywhere to complain about. No. So what I want to know from you, this is a half-baked idea. I've only half thought about this, so constructive feedback is welcome. I was thinking about doing a series called Save Our Stores or something like that, where my subscribers send me a message to say, hello, I'm Bob from Cardiff, and my local fish store is called X, and it's brilliant. And then I come and meet Bob, and he takes me to his local fish store, and we have a bit of a chat with the owners. We have a bit of a film of the store, and check out what kind of stuff they're doing, and it gives them a little bit of a boost. I would hopefully get a few thousand views on that video. I'll get a video out of it, so I don't need anything. I might give them a little bit of promotion. If Bob from Cardiff happens to have a nice fish tank as well, I'll come and see his fish tank or her fish tank. So it's kind of a win-win that I give some stores a bit of promotion. My angle here is it's your local fish store, so you already know them and have a relationship with them and could say, would it be alright if this guy came down, he's a bit of an idiot, can he come down and film some of your store? Would that be okay? Because one of the things I hate is when I go to a fish shop to film, and the reason I do not have any fish shop videos for a long time is I'm very much of that it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. I'll do some surreptitious filming, and if they catch me I go, oh sorry, is that alright? But if I had permission, which is why I used to love going to Fishman Aquatics, because they invited me in. I was literally invited in to make content in their space, and loved every minute of it. So if you have a local fish shop which you think is good and is worth giving a bit of a bump, if timings work out and all that, we go down. The ideal would be you are someone who's into your fish keeping. You want to show me your tank, and I can show a little bit about your tank. You want to take me to your local fish shop. We go to your local fish shop, and I talk to the owner or the people working there about what kind of things they're into, why they do what they do. We show their tank off a little bit. I get a couple of videos out of it. Everyone's happy. We do that over and over again, rinse and repeat, and we get a bit of a series out of it. I thought that'd be quite useful. If you don't have a fish tank or you don't want to be on camera, that's also absolutely fine. You could just say, this is my local fish shop, I've had a word with them, they'd be happy for you to come down, get in touch. I'll get in touch with them myself. I'll do all the hard work myself. If that's the way it has to be, that's fine. You don't want to be on camera, perfectly understandable, no problem. Is that a good idea? So that was idea number one. Idea number two was from my number one son, who thinks I'm some kind of international renowned aquascaper, that I go and do pimp my fish tank. So I turn up at your house and you show me your bedraggled fish tank that you've lost love for, and I come in and we rescape it together and we make a video about it. I provide the plants, the rocks, the wood, the whatever to make the aquascape. I think the fatal flaw with that is I'm not very good at aquascaping. I'm an enthusiastic amateur at best, but maybe I can convince a George Farmer to come along with us. We do it all together. He gets some videos, I get some videos. Interested in that? The third thing was what was the third thing? I've immediately forgotten what the third thing was. Whatever. It also involved me getting out and about. Anyway, let's call it two then. What do you think of those two ideas? That's something I thought I'd float on here because you guys, my community, we're all family. Does that sound good? Does that sound like something you might be interested in watching? The shop tours are insanely popular. I don't get it. I don't know why they're so popular, but who am I to say what it is and what isn't popular? So, you know. Sorry, right. So there you go. I floated that. South America, I think think most is using aerial surveys, so imprints of what is there. Yeah, exactly. That was I think the premise of what I was watching was that some of the logging and stuff had changed the way the aerial footage had now had more access to some of the ground, and they could see. It wasn't radar. What's the word I'm looking for? They used some technique, and because they could see more of the ground, they could see more of the footings of some ancient buildings, which when they followed them into the forest, which was still forested and dense and all that, they actually found some buildings still standing, just completely enclosed by trees. It's great. I drive past Stonehenge quite a bit. It's weird that drive past Stonehenge, because I've driven past it a few times, because it's just like a main road where you're like, is that a henge? Is that the henge? Yeah, it is. The 12-hour live sleep. Yes, I'll try not to do that. 50k, well, I'm not at 50k, I'm at like 47 or 48 something. But what are we at? 48 and a bit. So it's going to happen in the next couple of months, I think. I swear last year I was aiming, I was, definitely. I was aiming for 20k, and for some reason the YouTube gods have shined on me, so I'm not going to look the gift horse in the mouth. But what do you want to see? Are you planning another fight with Joey? No, I'm going to be more of a lover than a fighter. I'm going to use my power responsibly. Power, as if I have power. 50k is amazing. I'm very happy. It's been zooming up. So the Temu vids are definitely the thing that's done it, which I feel a bit bad about because they were just silly, daft videos. But they are some of the most popular videos, and I've got like literally tens of thousands of subscribers from those videos. So, ain't it weird? Yeah. Fight with Joey now. Joey is having a fight. Apparently they're doing like that celebrity boxing thing. So I think he's fighting Lucas Brett's, LR Brett's Aquatics. So I've noticed that Lucas is milking it big time in his every title. He's calling himself the Kingslayer, and he's changed his name to Kingslayer and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. So my first ever bump in the YouTube world was from beef with the King of DIY, the Joey thing, because I made a video saying, I used to really like this channel and now I don't. And that was literally it, and he got all upset about it, and we had a bit of a childish falling out, but he has messaged me in the past, we've spoken on the phone, we've done a few things, and I don't hate him. I think he's a bit of a dick. He probably thinks I'm a bit of a dick. I probably am a bit of a dick. But I have no malice towards the guy. He's doing what he's doing. Whatever. It's fine. He's not hurting me. He's not hurting anyone else. Would I have a fight with him? I don't think any boxing commission in the universe would allow us to have a fight. He's like, what, 5'4" or something like that? Alright, he's built like a brick shithouse, but he's still 5'4". I'm still 6 foot and twice his weight. I would just have to literally hold him at arm's length like that. Just do another Temu video and you'll get that extra 50k. I know, I probably should. So I've got a couple of those videos lined up where I wanted to buy one of those Temu box filters where they have like the 3-stage filters, and I was going to do the Temu version versus the DIY version and see how good they were. But my proper job is getting proper annoying because it keeps taking up all my time. I've got literally no time to do any of these things, which is why live streaming is so easy. I can just carve out 2 hours every Friday. We can sit, we can have a chat, and we can go through stuff, and it doesn't take hours of prep or hours of organisation and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know, hopefully things will calm down a bit and I'll get a bit more time. And that's the thing I was thinking about, these going out and doing visits and that kind of stuff. I might have to arrange them in advance and maybe try and take a day off work and do 2 in a day if I can line up geographies, or do a Saturday or do a Sunday, that kind of thing. Because I feel like I'm kind of on the cusp of packing it in. It's not worth it. It's taking up too much time. My proper job pays me more than YouTube does. YouTube is still miles behind. I'm in no way near becoming a YouTuber. My ideal would be, it would be my pension when I turn into father fish and become that old. YouTube can give me a couple of $100 every month. Perfect. That'll do nicely. But I guess it's just burnout, isn't it? It's like when you've just not got enough hours in the day, and it's your choices are, I've got to go to the supermarket, I've got to take my daughter to this, I've got to take my son to that, I've got to finish that and that presentations for proper work. That leaves 30 seconds available to work on my YouTube channel. So which one do you drop? Tough decision. It's not a tough decision. It's always YouTube, because it has to be. Didn't realise anyone used it. Well, Temu seems to be the most. It's one of the biggest. Is it the fastest growing company in the last decade? Something like that. They've now had to. They're now so big they've had to subscribe to some like European laws that they clearly weren't following beforehand, because that's why a lot of the prices have gone up in some things. I totally fight Joy, but no league in the world would let us fight professionally. Exactly, that's kind of what I'm saying. If he was the same size as me, he would definitely beat me up, but I'd kind of only have to fall on him, and that would give me the win. Like Savills Travels, but with fish. Savills Travels. No, not like that at all. This sounds like a fascinating start to YouTuber gets kidnapped by a stalker movie. Yeah. Yeah, we'll meet in public spaces. Or something like that, yes. If you want to visit Bristol, the Aquatic store is probably worth visiting. They have an event space, so I think they would allow filming if it became a workshop/event. I mean, alright, I'm bigging myself up saying I'm always going to get 50,000 subscribers, but I don't think I'm at the level of holding my own events. It would literally be... The idea was, you big up your good fish store in your area, and I come and film it, and we get some content out of it. But I don't know. Graham was just in this abandoned warehouse. Does this cloth smell of the chloroform to you? I hope not. There's a few recommendations on the Discord. I like the ones in Preston last year people recommended. Local to me, that's only Amiga. Yeah, but still. I think that's it. Like, I've been guilty of this. Going, oh, the best fish shops in the UK. There's Wharf, there's Pier, there's Horizon Aquatic. Yeah, they are. Then they are great and they deserve that. But there's also good ones. So the good ones deserve a wee bit of a shout. Professor Fish Tanks has just... Professor Fish Tanks, that was easy for me to say. Thank you for just subscribing. But yeah, Omega, that's worth it. So other people in the area might find out about it. I don't know, it's just a bit of a... It's just an idea. I can't offer anything for Fish Room. Meet my dead fishies. So that could be a specific one for you. You show me lots of fishies and I make the same joke over and over again going, that tank's too small, that tank's too small, that tank's too small. Pimp my tank. Yeah, well, yeah, maybe both ideas could be good. Who knows? Can I come to California? I mean, maybe once I get to 100,000 subscribers. But I was thinking about doing something like that as well, because I could get... Okay, so this is... I could go to one of the big shows in America. It might cost me 500 quid in plane tickets or whatever. Call it $1,000 in hotel fees and whatever. If I make a good enough video, it would pay for itself. So I might have to save up a couple of months worth of YouTube's ad revenue and profits from the shop and all that kind of thing. But my whole ethos about my YouTube channel has been every penny that I make off this is going into the channel. So if you buy 50 quid's worth of plants off my website, then I have whatever the profit of that that might be 15 quid profit for me. So that's 15 quid I've got to spend on something. So whether it's a new camera, a new mic, some lights, some stock to make a film about, some substrate, some whatever, why not some plane tickets? It sounds stupid, but if I can make a video that says I flew 3,000 miles to see X, that's a video title that people will click on, and that will earn me some money to pay for that thing. I can't justify that now without... I don't know what I'm trying to say. I can't justify the expenditure now because it would be eating into my family money. That would be it's paying the bills and putting the food on the table and all that kind of stuff. It's not I don't have that kind of flash cash from the YouTube channel at the moment. But it's a possibility in the near future. That's all I'm saying. So the stopgap in between that would be, well, I can drive around England, Scotland, Wales, and go and see some things. I drove 500 miles to see the best fish shop in the UK, or whatever. They're good videos too. Right, I'm miles behind, sir. I'm really sorry. The rescape's a good idea. Summer Rain Oaks did similar for houseplant. I just don't think I'm good enough at scaping. Where's the why not both gif? Who knows? LiDAR, is that the thing I'm thinking of? Not radar. Yes, that could be. Right. People like shop tours because most people's local shops are lackluster, or when you've seen it once, it's old news. And I think maybe that's why I'm not reticent to do them, because I think it's kind of the backbone of the hobby, where if you've got a good local fish shop, that's somewhere you can go and get good advice, it's somewhere you can go and get good stock, good whatever it is. It's building the community. There's everything positive. If you've got a good local fish store, there's nothing bad about it. It only helps the hobby. But there's so many that are just ugh. And Sheffield was like that, where a lot of them were just ugh. This is shit. It's putting people off more than anything else. I'm missing loads of comments and I'm too far behind. Sorry, I'm so slow. At the end of your videos, you could use visuals from your fishies in the tanks instead of your hand coming... What? You don't like the bye? Yeah, that is so stupid. You're right. I should probably do something better. I heard Rebecca was taking on the winner at Aquashella this year. Oh, what have I just done? Sorry, broke something. Brian says, even I can take Joey out. He builds tanks smaller than that was one of the reasons we fell out. We have discussed this several times since. And I kind of get where he's coming from. So one of my complaints about Joey was that when he built his mega tank, he used to say, this is my 2,000 gallon tank. And it's 14 feet long by this, that and the other. But he would always use the outside dimensions. And the walls of it were like 12 inches thick. It used to wind me up so much. I go, it's not 2,000 gallons because it's not that size. And I worked it out based off his measurements that it was only just over 1,000 gallons. So I kept posting it going, well, Joey's 1,000 calorie, and he got really upset about it. Oh God, we're 10 past 11. Oh my goodness. Right, I'm really sorry. I'm miles behind in chat. I really like sober Joy. Drunk Joy I can only handle in small doses. Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's one of the... I don't think he's a good drunk. And maybe... So when I get drunk, I fall asleep. And I stream for far too long. When Joey gets drunk, he gets a bit nasty. And gets a bit mean. And it gets a bit... I think that's where he went wrong. Is he should probably stay away from having a beer on his live streams, because he doesn't seem like a nice person. When I get drunk, I make bad dad jokes and fall asleep. That's how awful I get. Yeah, because when I've had conversations with him, obviously he's been sober and he's made perfect sense. But it's like anything. When anyone's when they get het up, there's no reasoning with some people. Brian has petted kangaroos. I don't know what part of the conversation I've missed, but if that's information you need to know. You've petted kangaroos? Aren't kangaroos like a bit... Whoa, a bit... Right, kangaroos are nasty drunks. Everything I've seen about kangaroos and their interactions with people is like they kick the shit out of people. Aquarium Adventure, how is the ponds doing? The ponds are doing fine. So the fish are multiplying like crazy. The plants are doing really well. Ridiculously green. I cannot get on top of the green water. I'm thinking I'm going to have to employ some kind of UV filter. Because nothing I can do is... It's like pea soup. It's really, 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 really green. Read faster! I'm sorry. Sheffield, you have Wharf? Yep, Wharf. That is a brilliant fish shop. But I've done a fish shop tour of Wharf. It remains as good as it was when I did the last one, so why would I do another? I really should, but you know what I mean? It's just... I don't know. The thing is, when you spend that much time online and the whole world sees your stuff, you're bound to say something stupid or in bad spirit of the moment, and I've said horribly awful things too. Yeah, they probably have, but when it's your livelihood. So if I was to come on here and say, I hate people from Mexico. Mexicans smell bad. They don't. I'm not saying that. But if I... Or something really bad. If I was to be racist, homophobic, whatever cancelable thing that I said, I would be cancelled, and I would be fine, because this is not my main source of income. This is barely a source of income. This is my... I'd be pissed off because it's an outlet for me. I enjoy it. It's a hobby. As much as keeping fish is a hobby, this is a hobby. YouTubing, live streaming, all that, what goes into trying to figure out the algorithm, trying to come up with ideas, that is a hobby in and of itself. If that was to go away, I'd be like, oh, that's annoying. I would not be destitute or homeless or anything like that. If that happened to someone like Joey, where that is his livelihood, that's not annoying, that's terrible. So if you're in that situation, you're kind of playing with fire if you're opening yourself up to being, oh, well, you know, I'm online all the time, I'm bound to slip up eventually. No. If this was my main source of income, I would not be drinking beers and falling asleep in front of the camera. I'd be making damn sure that I was professional, because when you're doing your proper job, you do it to the best ability you can do it, because that's what puts food on the table for your kids. So I kind of disagree with that just because you're online, it's not a whole new, it's not a completely different world. If it's your job, it's your job. I wouldn't go drunk to my job. I wouldn't pitch up in a client meeting like, "Hey everyone, woohoo, how we doing?" No. I don't know. Right, miles behind, and I'm way over. Skip to this message and start again. I like it when people say that. Question: will you ever post a non-edited Megatank build video? A non-edited Megatank build video? I don't have the ability to, Brian. All my Megatank build videos, they are edited in as much as I cut out the boring bits, but it's all there. First Class Fish wants to pet some kangaroos and hope it doesn't. Every time I think of a kangaroo, I think of that kangaroo that grabbed that guy's dog and he ran up to release his dog and they had a fist fight. That's what I think about with, yeah. Right, I best say goodnight because it's getting to that time of the evening. I've not actually had dinner yet tonight. Anyway, what are the fish in the tanks behind you besides the angels? So if I scooch back a little bit, you might be able to see. We've got discus, we've got Alestes tetras, Congo tetras, more discus. There's a black ghost knife fish in here somewhere, and about 10,000 sterbai cories. Oh, they're not cories anymore. Sterbai, whatever they're calling them these days. Right. Oh, I'm down. Graham would break out the tuxedo T-shirt if this was his only finance and take it real serious. I would take it real serious. Imagine, just imagine for a second that your hobby, your thing that you like to do, your thing that you enjoy, have fun doing, is what pays the bills. What a privilege that would be. I would move heaven and earth to make sure I did not endanger that, if that's what I got to do. My job is soul destroying. It sucks the energy out of me. It sucks the life out of me. I hate every second of it, but it pays really well. I hate it. I hate. I'm now wishing on a lottery win to get me out of it, because the only thing it affords me is everything. Oh, that's horrible to say. Oh, I hate almost every interaction I have with anyone I work with. I hate every communication they make. I hate every announcement they make. It's horrible, but it pays really well. I get to work from home. I can take my kids to school. I can pick up my kids from school. If somebody invites me to a meeting, I can go, no, I'm not coming. If somebody says, Graham, you have to do this week, I can go, no, I'm not going to. It's all, and they're little things, but they're big things. I hate it so much, but up to the point of I can't leave because it pays so well and it's so easy, and I can do what I want and I can tell people to F off. But I don't enjoy any aspect of it other than those benefits. So if I could do this as a job, I will literally mess with this fish. I'll be on a conference call listening to some inane twat going about something stupid. I'll be cleaning a filter or doing a thing. It's the only way I get through it, because I get to do this kind of stuff while doing the crap stuff. if I could do this and this be my main job, there's no way I would be here pissed up on a Friday night going, yay, Fire Scotland, da da da. No, you wouldn't. I'd be like, Mr. Professional, this is brilliant. Everyone, welcome here. Come and join me on the best night ever. So I just cannot understand the likes of Joey when he goes on a wrongin'. When he's got that on a plate and doesn't care and just is openly a dick sometimes. If I had that opportunity at that, so I don't know. Obviously I can't say all these things in the job that I'm in, but I wouldn't be there like being a horrible person in the job that I'm in, because there's a basic line of a premise of professionalism, whatever it is, if it's the thing that you do that brings in the money that feeds your wife and children, you have to do it to a standard to continue that. If it's YouTube, do it to a standard that means you're not going to get cancelled and called out for being a racist or a homophobe or even just a dick. If you're a network engineer, do it to a standard where you don't get called out for going, you don't know anything about networks. If you know what I mean? Whatever profession you're in, you do it to a level that allows you to continue to do it. I don't know. I'm going into rant levels now. No, drink another one, it'll be fine. Well, I've still got a little bit left. In fact, I've still got a whole other beer left. But I probably should put a lid on it. So I say, does he affect the hobby? I mean, this is not a Joey pile-on. The guy's a dick. Lots of people are dicks. 99% of his content is him not being a dick. It's him being a really enthusiastic, which is why he has all the subscribers he has, because he's good at doing YouTube. Good luck to him. Has he brought new people into the hobby? Absolutely. Has he been a positive effect on the hobby? Absolutely. Is he optimizing how good he could be for the hobby? Absolutely not. It's like, I think we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, a broken clock is right twice a day. So just because of the audience he has, he's bringing in some people. If he concentrated on being good for the hobby, he wouldn't do all the stupid things that he does. I mean, I fundamentally have an issue with the guy calling himself the king of DIY and being shit at DIY. If he just called himself the king of fish keepers, I'd be like, yeah, whatever, go for it. But when it's like, oh, I've used this construction screw to screw in this plywood into, and you're like, what? No, don't, no, God, oh, what have you done, you fucking idiot? I've got this ribbed hose and I've put a Jubilee. Oh, no, that's not how that works. Oh, God. So I don't know. I hope they don't watch it, however, whoever that is. Who knows? Stevie P says, same boat. The field I'm in is so boring, but I work from home, and since I've been doing it for 15 years, exactly. It's so boring. So easy. I'm like the most minusculest of cogs in a corporate machine that seem to think I'm invaluable and just shovel shit around from one side of the table to the other. It's so terrible. But yeah, I work from home. Pays well. I have lots of time to do whatever I want. Maybe we should form a company. Let's get together. I'll take over the world. You could just find a new wife and start a new job and start over. Yeah, I don't need a new wife. The wife's fine. I'm ready to sell out and do whatever my corporate overlords deem best. Indeed. Why not? ABC is in the house. Nice to see you. I love a Graham rant. It wasn't really a rant. I was trying... This all started with me trying to say, I think Joey's fine. He's alright for what he is. I promise not to fall asleep tonight. This all started with me trying to say... I don't know what I was trying to say. I mean, I'm unashamedly, pick whatever one fits best. I'm jealous. I want to be in his situation. I want to have 1 million subscribers. I want to have an income doing what I love rather than being allowed to do what I love outside of the thing that actually gives me the income. So, my whole point was, if you get to make... If your source of income is something you enjoy... Apparently, there are people out there that love their jobs. I've yet to meet one, but apparently, job satisfaction... Some people actually get job satisfaction. This has never been a thing that's resonated with me. But I feel like I would have it if it was this. If I was paid my annual salary from my proper job, if that was given to me for doing this, right, Graham, this is your salary. All you have to do is produce 1 video a week and go on a live stream for 2 hours. I feel like that. Yep, sold, done. Where do I sign? The amount of effort I would put into that 1 video a week and 1 live stream. I literally, tonight, for example, I had an argument with my boss about 3 o'clock where he had sent me a message saying, Graham, you appear to have only booked 100% of the hours that you're contracted to work. And I was like, yeah? Yeah, well, can you book the hours you work rather than the books your hours... rather than book the hours you're contracted to work? And I went, well, I do, yeah. I booked all the hours that I was contracted to work. Yeah, but you really book more than the hours you're contracted to work to show that you're putting in an extra effort. I'm going, what? In what universe? So rather than me having a timesheet that has 100% utilised, they want me to have a timesheet that says I'm 105% utilised. And I'm going, no, that makes me terrible at my job. The things you ask me to do, I fit in to the hours you ask me to do them in. Does that mean I'm now less valuable than someone that can't fit in what you ask me to do into the hours you ask me to do them in? So, well, that was like a 45-minute conversation about this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. And that was like the most interesting thing that happened today. So, that happened. 5:05 came, so as I could book an extra 5 minutes of my day. And I got into making a quiz. And I got into making a quiz of, I've already made 164 quizzes. There are only so many questions left in the world. What am I going to come up with? And I'm rushing it all. Imagine the quizzes I'd come up with if I had a whole day to prepare for them. Imagine the videos I'd come up with rather than that. Right, I've got an hour to shoot a video. Sit down, shoot video for 10 minutes, edit video for an hour, upload it, done. Sometimes I feel like this when I've hit the upload button. I'm like, because that's the only bit of time that I've got. Everything else gets in the way. No, that's not true. Nothing else gets in the way. The only thing that gets in the way is work. Everything else, I love. I love taking my daughter to her karate classes or her acting classes or whatever, dance classes, whatever. I love taking my sons to wherever they need to be or whatever. Family dinner time, love all that. Brilliant. Work, what is the point? A trained chimp could do this. It's literally... I'm going to get into a situation where I'm saying something that I will regret, proving the point that you shouldn't drink on live streams. But it's kind of like they've organised a company by collecting the stupidest people going and getting them all in one room to talk to each other. You're like, what? Some of the conversations I have, it's like, I would like a purple widget. You're not allowed a purple widget. Why not? Because you haven't been to the purple widget procurement department. And where's that? It's to your left. Okay, I would like a purple widget. Oh, yeah, have you spoken to the blue widget department? I don't want a blue widget. I want a purple widget. Do you know how much it costs? I do know how much it costs, yes. Well, we think it costs twice as much as you, so we're not going to give it to you. Yeah, I've spent... It's a one-button operation. Anyway, sorry. Stop. What do you do for a living? Does anybody out there love their job? There's a question. Who loves their job? What should I quit and become? I hope YouTube works out for you as a second income, because I've just seen the head in that pint and a barman's off. Yeah, but look at it now; it's gone down. I'd never make a barman. I think it'd be really, really bad. The YouTube game is ever changing. If you weren't in a while ago, it's a lot harder, and even if you were, it's still rough. For every Marquez Brownlee, indeed. There are YouTube channels now with millions of subscribers who do nothing but steal other people's content. You ever seen that? You'd be scrolling through, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, whatever it is, your platform of choice, and it'll be somebody talking about something. In the background will be somebody playing Subway Surfers or cutting up a bit of soap in a satisfying manner. These are people making hundreds of thousands of dollars from stealing other people's content. Just think about that for a minute. Are you being paid for the overtime? I do not get paid for overtime. No. I'm management. I don't get overtime. It's literally so as my boss's boss's boss can say, we're working really hard over here. That's the reason they want us to overbook. Please put in extra time so we can bill clients for the extra hours you did and he didn't pay you for. Exactly. So I made the argument. So you want me to book more than my 37.5 hours a week or whatever it is. So this was, I said, right, because it was Friday lunchtime when we had this discussion. If I decide I don't have anything to do this afternoon, if I just book half a day less, because you want me to book what I actually work, don't you? You don't want me to book my contracted hours. You want me to book what I actually work. I've got nothing to do this afternoon, so I'll just book a half day today. Is that fine? No, it's not fine. Well, imagine. STFU. I'll book the times. I'm senior enough that I should be trusted to fill my day with the work that I need to do with my day. Please look like you're crap so as you need more time to do the things you need. No. I'll finish at 5 because I'll manage to do everything you asked me to do before 5. If I can't, I'll tell you I'm not doing it. I'm not going to stay work longer to do this. No, fuck off. I don't know. Anything I have to do repeatedly, I will inevitably hate. Yep, there is that. Doesn't even have to be a job. Yeah, I don't think I'm the kind of person that gets into things, and I'll get into them in a big way. It's like for a long time, I used to be into TVs or hi-fi, or I'd be like, yeah, I know what the best possible picture quality you can get with everything or whatever. And then like 6 weeks later, yeah, whatever. I've kind of learned everything I needed to learn. I've satisfied that itch. Fish keeping has always been, it's been the thing that's always kept me going. Which is why I think, oh, it'd be great if I could make a living out of this kind of stuff. But with anything, there's always the risk that if you make it your job, you sour to it. And I think it is that repeated thing. Anything you have to do repeatedly. Like, how many times could someone ask me how big a server needs to be before you go, it's the same fucking size as the last 20 I asked you to build? Sorry. Nope. A quiz show host, that's what I should be. Yeah. Google and the volatility of self-employment in general keeps me from even trying to go full-time. And there's so much to be said for just finding that happy balance. I don't know. There's a statistic. So what am I? I'm 46 now. I'm about to turn 47 in a couple of weeks. If I hadn't moved house, if we'd stayed in our old house, we would have paid off our mortgage by the time I was 50. So there's an alternate universe where I'm 3 years away from paying off my mortgage, where I wouldn't have to have a job. I'd have to have a job, but I wouldn't have to have this job. I could have a part-time job. I could have more time to spend doing this, trying to make this my job. Well, that'd be nice. But then again, I wouldn't live in this nice house, and I wouldn't have this nice fish room, and then I wouldn't be able to... coulda, woulda, shoulda. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. If you want to sell out on YouTube, fish aren't the way. Yeah. Recycle someone else's content. That's definitely the way. Yeah. But even within the fish niche, there are better ways to do it than the way I'm doing it. Clearly there are. So part of it is ineptitude. It's I'm not good enough at editing. I'm not good enough at making content. I'm not good enough at being consistent. But there's also a part of it as I don't want to do that. I don't want to make that kind of content. I don't want to be fake because I know I won't be able to keep it up. This is me. When you see me in my videos, if you were stood in front of me rather than a camera, that's the conversation we would have. I can't be, oh, I'm so excited, this is amazing, whoa, ah. So when even when I edit my videos, sometimes I'll catch myself. I'll be in a video and I'll say, oh, this is brilliant, and it really inspired me. And I'm like, oh, why did you say that, you freak? You don't speak like that. That's not your thing. And I'll have to cut it out. So there is an element of, I kind of know how I could accelerate things, but I'm not willing to, because it's not that you're selling out. It's the fear of that. It's the fear of falling foul of your own ego, I think. Whereas if as my friend Tom will attest, who was on earlier, I have been drunk many times and I've said many stupid things, but they've always been good-natured. I am a good-natured person generally. I think if I pretended to be a high-energy, positive, energetic, oh, everyone, this is brilliant, this is amazing, I would be able to keep it up for like a month, and then it'd be like, no. So getting me enthused about something is, when I'm enthused about, that fish is really cool, I really like this, I'm learning about this, I'm enjoying the learning process, it's doing weird things that I've never seen before. That's kind of as enthusiastic as I get. And then when something goes horribly wrong, when I wipe out a tank, when I make a massive mistake, and I go, God, it's gutting when this happens. They're still some of the best experiences I have, because my normal experiences are, I have to write a technical design and speak to a design review board, and God, lost my glasses. Not only lost my glasses, broken my glasses. That's how much I don't like my job. I'm willing to sacrifice my glasses over it. This happens quite a lot. I'll be able to fix them, don't worry. Anyway, as I said, I've not had my dinner yet, so I should probably go and do that. In your old house, you wouldn't have had milk. Exactly. You're quite right, Juggler. I am where I am. That's where we have to stop. Specsavers, no. I have my epoxy resin where I can refix this, but I've also already bought a new set of glasses because I had already broken these. There's no screw. I broke these long time ago. I've already got the replacement glasses. These are my B glasses. So we'll be fine. Anyway, thank you everyone for listening to my moaning. The last half hour's got to be quite bad. None of this has been fun for anyone, surely. If you're into this kind of thing, I would love it if you would go and check the description and see my second channel about clips. I'm going to be putting in some of my older videos in clip form, and I'll eventually get around to making them shorts rather than long form short things. That'd be fun. Go and watch some of my other videos. Go and click the subscribe button if nothing else. And from Jack Duffworth, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much for joining me. Have a great weekend. Can I find the button that makes it go? There we can. Bye. I mean, fish visuals.